Alright, if you're into Transformers, this week is your lucky week. This week on my channel is Transformers week. I'm going to try to do a theme next week. I have some free time, so next week I'll try to hit another theme. Try to do all the video requests that people have been sending me in through my YouTube email. This week I have some time to do Transformers videos. So Transformers week this week. If you're into Transformers, enjoy. If you're not, wait till next week. I'll have something different next week. But today we have Menasor, which is fitting for my channel because Menasor is a car combiner transformer. See, he's a car theme, automotive vlog. See what I did there. But just got this guy in today. Toy M shop on eBay, Chinese eBayer. They do bootleg Transformers and do a really good job. This is like my third set. I have the Dinobots, Devastator, and this guy. And actually, I'll do a video of this guy too, Masterpiece Rumble. I don't know if he's a bootleg, but I got him from a Toy M shop as well. Kick-ass seller. A little problem. The box came a little damaged, but that doesn't bother me. They even state in their description that they'll try their best to get the toy intact perfectly. That doesn't bother me, but if you're a collector, just email them and say, please be very careful. I don't care. I just don't want the box to be all torn up. That doesn't bother me. So here you go, Menasor, car combiner right here. Let's open this up, man. It's like 1980. I think this guy's 1986. 1985. I got into Transformers in 86 when I was 4 years old. I fell in love with Transformers. My favorite is that's a tough call, man. Who is my favorite? You know what? My favorite might be Rumble. It's tough. That's why I like the original Transformers character development. But I gotta go with Rumble, man. Coolest toy, it's gotta be Devastator and Optimus Prime. But we'll talk about that in a second. So here you go, 80s box and all, Menasor, very nice. Original artwork in the back and everything, all the tech specs. So kick ass. All the toys in the styrofoam. I think that kicks ass too. Just like the 80s. All the pieces, hopefully they're all there. So far so good. These guys have never forgotten anything. And just like the 80s, you got to put the stickers on all by yourself. All the toys are basically naked, no stickers. So let's see what we got here. Start this up. I'm not even going to use Wikipedia. I'm going by memory. So feel free to play along and correct me if I get any of these wrong. So let's go. Let's do it up. Wildrider. This guy looks like a Ferrari 308. Here's my criticism about these combiners. It's like they put all the effort into the combiner itself. The individual toys are a little lackluster. Here's a where the hell did I put it? Here's a standard Hot Wheel right here, not a Transformer, just a regular Hot Wheel Stingray concept. I think the Corvette should have been this, the new one. The new one's nice, but I think they should have made it this car. But standard Hot Wheel, I mean, it's a little bigger than your standard Hot Wheel. But then when you compare it to a standard Transformers car, you know, it's a lot smaller. So the scaling's really bad, so transform this guy real fast. That pulls out. It's pretty basic. This part pulls back. And here's his arms. See, and it's kind of a pretty mediocre toy. Individually, these guys aren't that cool. And then if you take a bigger Transformer, these are a lot nicer. But like I said, I think they're going for the combiner. I mean, nobody's going to display these toys like this. You're going to display it as a combiner. So, you know, when you take your standard Transformer vehicle car, I mean, it's a lot bigger than a combiner. So, there you go. Tracks right here. Okay. Put them aside. I mean, when you compare them to Masterpiece Rumble, I mean, Rumble's a little guy in the cartoon. He's a cassette. This is a car. Yeah, they're not supposed to be the same height. So there you go. Wildrider, Ferrari 308. It looks like. And then now we have Dead End. What is this? A Porsche 944, it appears. Alright, so here you go. This guy, how do you transfer? Yeah, he's the same thing. And then you can fold his legs out. So he's a little taller. Actually, it's sticking. You know what? I don't want to break this thing. Figure it out later. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not going to break it. It's nice, and the joints are nice and tight. He's a little taller, but looks unproportional. But there you go, as Robot. Yeah, see, he's a lot taller than Wildrider. Yeah, very mediocre toys as they stand by themselves. Okay. Next we have Drag Strip. I believe these cars aren't fantasy cars. I believe back in the 70s or 80s they experimented with Whoa! Almost dropped it there. Okay, they experimented with F1 cars, 6 wheels. They wanted to make it more aerodynamic, I guess, so they put 2 small tires up front, and instead of 2 fat tires up front, 2 fat tires in back. Try to make it more aerodynamic. I think this guy looks alright. This guy looks okay as a robot. Doesn't look as goofy. Kind of cool. There you go. Oh, that's a little loose. There's a first weak spot right there. But the joints are tight. But yeah, that sucks. That's loose. Ah, there you go. It sticks a little. There you go. It fell. Okay, not too bad. This guy's alright. Drag Strip. Okay. Probably the nicest one of the little guys. Like I said, you're not going to display it as a robot. And then we have Breakdown. Everyone knows what this is. Lamborghini Countach. The quintessential 80s car. They should have made freaking Wildrider a Testarossa, but yeah. Car mode, yeah. Or robot mode, pretty crappy. Nothing special. So yeah, it's kind of dumpy looking. There you go. So I think this is the nicest one out of the little guys. So there you go. And then Motormaster. Here's where we run into problems. Motormaster is he's a semi-truck. And when you transform this guy, let's transform him back real fast. He looks like a Kenworth sleepover cab. So I have a few truck driver friends here on YouTube. So Peterbilt, Kensworth, but he has like a sleep cab on there. So the cab's built in. But yeah, this is really bad proportion right here. And then if you take everybody's favorite good guy of all time, Optimus Prime. Yeah, that's really bad. That's not even close in size, so that's a shame. I always felt they should have made the toy as big as Prime. And then Menasor himself combined would have been a big ass toy. But yeah, really bad proportion. So this guy is pretty simple. He's alright. He's alright as a toy. Kind of blocky. But what could you do? And then you run into problems again. So when you take this guy, you run into this problem. He's a lot in the cartoon. He's not a giant compared to his friends. So see, not even close in size. So bad proportion. Let me transform this guy real quick. Alright, there you go. It's like he has big shoes. He's alright. He's alright as a robot. So let's go ahead and take Prime here. So it's kind of cool. I mean, now when he's a robot, not too bad. See, in the cartoon they're about the same size. Prime's only a little taller, so yeah. When they're transformed into robots, not too bad. Not too bad. So there you go. So now, put this together in here. Okay, so there's Prime and Motormaster. He's okay. Yeah, his arms don't stick out too much. They should have made the joint here so the arms go out a little more, but it's okay. So no stickers yet. So that's the next part coming up. Came in this little bag here. So sticker sheet, not too many. Alright, so let's do it up, man. Here's all the stickers. So these guys won't be naked anymore. Let's go ahead and do that next. Okay, here's the Stunticons all stickered out. All 80s. Very cool. I like the concept of these guys. I mean, I like cars. I like Transformers. Transforming cars that turn into a big robot. They look a little better with the sticker. So, like I say, you're not going to display these guys individually like this. You're going to combine them to form Menasor. All these toys are in great quality. This is the only weak one right here. It's loose. That's it. Other than that, it looks really good. Very high quality. So there you go. All stickered out. And then the moment everyone's been waiting for. Form these guys into Menasor. Pretty easy. Just goes back like that. It's a mixed reaction from what I see. I like to watch Transformers videos here on YouTube, and you know, some people don't like this guy. Like Devastator, everybody likes Devastator because he's the coolest one, but this guy gets a mixed reaction. I like it a lot. So let's put them together first. Alright, everything's fitting in properly so far. This one's a little loose. It's in there. It's not falling, but I could tell this didn't go in as tight. No big deal. Okay, that's the first step. Here's his head. I think he has a cool head sculpt. It's really cool, but there you go. There's the first part. This guy. Yeah, put all these away before you lose them. That's what I'm going to do. This guy drag strip forms the first arm. There you go, all stickered out. Very nice. And then fist. First. There you go. First arm right here. Yeah, that's loose. So I'm just going to leave it down. It sticks if you leave it in that position. And then his head will peg in right there. See, his head. All like 90% of the combiners transform the same way. And you just plug it into here. Okay, that snaps in really tight. A little loose. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you gotta really push that in. It's alright. I think overall, I think Devastator's better built. These are a little loose, so, but you're not gonna play with them. Yeah, that part doesn't snap in very tight, so it's alright. For me, I just display these guys like just standing, so, okay, first part right there. Then the next arm is a breakdown, the Lamborghini. He's cool, he has 2 guns. So I think it's kind of cool that you could clearly see the limb is like a car. That's awesome. Okay, same thing. This pegs out like that. So that's the weakness of this thing so far. Yeah, the pieces here don't go in as tight as I want them to, but hey, nothing's perfect, right? Okay, plug this in. His next arm. Yeah, you really got to push that in. It's kind of scary. Okay, that's in there. Yeah. You know, I'm going to put this in as soon as everything's put together. Okay, big ass gun. Not legal in California. Can't even have swords in California. Is that focused? Okay. Nice sword. Like Voltron. This dude has a sword. Okay, the weapons fit good. So, there you go. Now he's just missing his legs. Here we got Dead End. He's the first leg. This is the Porsche, I think, 944, I believe. I'm not a big Porsche fan from the 80s. I like 911s now, and I actually do like Boxsters, but yeah, Porsches I'm not too familiar. I think it's a 944. This goes like that. Foot piece. That's pretty. That's all right. Then the leg plugs in here. So there you go. Almost chunk. What are you barking at? It's okay, kid. And then we got Wildrider. He's the Ferrari. What is it? 308. Ferrari 308. Pretty cool. Looks cool, stickered out. But like I said, it's lower quality than a Hot Wheel, and then not as cool as a dedicated, you know, Transformer car. But yeah, these guys are just supporting cast to create a bigger character. So, you know, they didn't put as much effort. That's alright. Okay, let's do this. Oh, don't want to break this thing. Okay, there you go. Yeah, the joints are actually so tight on some of these, man. I don't want to, like, push on them too hard because I don't want to snap it. So, no way, that's good. Alright. This guy's just about set. There you go, man. Kick ass. Okay, now put the crotch piece back in. Yeah, it's kind of loose here. So basically you got to display it. Can't really play with it, so just basically put them together the way you want it. You know, I'm just going to display him pretty standard like that. There he is. He stands okay. Cool. Here's a criticism with the Stunticons formed as Menasor. He's not that big. He's kind of for a guy who's supposed to be a giant, because, you know, it's like 5 guys in one. He's not that big, so put the move that. Let me put these away. You freaking lose them. One more here. And then with these guys, when they're in car mode, you could put like little cannons on them. So I'm not into that. I don't really care. So it's not my thing. Let's see, you can put it behind the cars, so they have guns on them. So watch. Yeah, that's a criticism of this guy. That's my criticism too. He's not that big for a combiner. I think he's the smallest one out of all the Transformers that combine into a team. He's not that big of a toy, which is a shame. But like I said, I like Menasor a lot just because, you know, he's cars, man. I love cars. See, I mean, in the cartoon, this guy picks up the Autobots in his hand, but he's barely taller than Prime. So, kind of sucks. Like I said, it's a 50-50 split. From what I've seen, some people don't like this toy at all. I like it, man. because it's cool. Yeah, it's not that big, and you know, in robot form, these guys are kind of weak. But combined, it's cool. I like the concept, man. A Lamborghini as an arm, F1 car as an arm, and I think it would have been cooler if these were turned the other way. Yeah, that fucking leg came off. Yeah, it's kind of transformed. Yeah, it's kind of flimsy. But yeah, I mean, I think it would have been cool if they engineered these guys to be the other way, so you could see the other cars as his limbs. But it's all good, man. So quality-wise, individually, I give this guy like a 9 out of 10. As Menasor, about a 7. Kind of flimsy. You got to display it. Just display the guy. You'll be alright. He stands good. That's a criticism of this guy. He doesn't stand very good. But there you go. And then the biggest combiner is Predaking. I'll probably pick him up soon since they remade him. Official remake. My Prime is an official remake. This guy's a bootleg. This guy's official remake. This is Masterpiece Rumble. I'll make a video of this. Actually, I have a video already. I'll upload it with this guy. And then Devastator. This guy's a knockoff, but this one's really good quality. This guy doesn't fall apart when you just pick him up like this guy. So that's a little disappointing. But if you want to display this guy, it works. So Devastator, I think he's the coolest of the combiners, even cooler than Predaking, because he has a unique transformation. You know, fucking cement mixer, bulldozer. I mean, it's cool how you could see the different construction vehicles on him, you know, that make him combine into Devastator. So I think that's super cool. And he's bigger than Menasor by a good amount, so still not that big. Like, he should be like fucking this tall if you were to scale it properly. See, Rumble's should be a tiny guy, but you know, whatever. Scaling's pretty bad. But there you go, man. Menasor, pretty cool. I like him. I like this toy a lot. I think his head's super cool. I like the horns. Very cool toy. But yeah, if I turn him this way, this shit will start falling off. And then you can't really move his arm because it'll move this part. So like 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10, quality-wise is this. But it looks good, just like the original. Just can't really play with it. So if you're a kid and your parents are nice enough to buy you all these toys to play with, you might not be able to play with this one too well because it's kind of flimsy. But good display piece in your room for adults and kids. So there you go, Menasor. He kicked everyone's ass in the cartoon too. I don't even think I ever saw this guy lose. Even Predaking lost a few times. This guy never lost in the cartoon. So I don't know, maybe the creators like this guy the most because he's freaking cars. So that's badass. There you go, man. So there you have it. Transformer week on my channel. Alright everyone, kick ass, be safe, and take it easy.